Cruyff, the finest footballer in the world today, leads out the Spanish champions Barcelona to a mixed reception. Cruyff, the world's most expensive player, bought from Ajax, the Dutch club, by Barcelona for over £900,000. Elland Road tonight, sold out. The gate, over £90,000, and tickets changing hands outside at 5 and 6 times the face value. This, the great test for the two teams that have never won the European Cup at all. Well, first the team news, and Leeds United have sprung a shock. Billy Bремнер captains the side, but I think even he was surprised when Jimmy Armfield, the manager, announced that Norman Hunter would be on the substitutes bench and Meydeley would wear this number 6 shirt, and Lorimer is out of the team, he's on the subs bench as well, and the number 7 shirt goes to the Welsh international, Terry Yorick. Meanwhile, the Barcelona side, full of experience. Barcelona not having a very good season in the Spanish league, but so far they haven't conceded a single goal in the European Cup, on which they're concentrating, and they've scored 13. These stars to watch are men like number 3, Rini, the man who captained Brazil in the World Cup. Number 6, Neeskens, the great Dutchman, and number 9, of course, Cruyff, who's in the centre circle now, chatting to Billy Bремнер. The ball between the two Dutch stars, Neeskens and Cruyff. Cruyff wearing the captain's armband, and it's Neeskens back to number 8, Meydeley. Sign of the tension. Meydeley, number 8. Yorat now for Leeds. Macqueen. Meydeley. Clark. Number 10, Giles to Yorat. Zaradia, the Argentinian. Whistle's gone. F.Grey. Zaradia. Also his first season with Barcelona. Sensi back to number 4, Gallego. Neeskens well tackled by Gray. Kostash. Neeskens. Giles. Jordan played. And right in was Mourinho. Doesn't mess about, hard in. Bремнер. Giles. There's Neeskens, now Meydeley. Yorick for Leeds. Clark. Bремнер. Almost got caught. And the goalkeeper had to be brave. But the whistle is gone. Clark had to go for that ball. It was one of those 50-50 situations. De La Cruz with a kick. Macqueen. Pushing. Sensi to Gallego. Meydeley, now Gray. To Gray. De La Cruz living with him and foul. Thanks to the two injuries to Neeskens and also Sardurni, the goalkeeper, we've played now 10 minutes and there have been 2.5 minutes at least of injury time. The inevitable Giles for Leeds. Jordan, good flick to Bремнер! 1-0. The perfect ball from Giles, precision stuff. Great flick by Jordan, and Bремнер left free by bad marking, makes it 1-0 after just over 10 minutes. The perfect start for Billy Bремнер, the Leeds fans, and Leeds United. Really drilled home by Bремнер. A superb goal, but bad defensive play by Barcelona. Asensi. Mourinho. De La Cruz. Neskins, who's maintained a wide position in right midfield. Now Sensi. It's Meydeli. Bad ball. Frankie Gray for Leeds. Jordan. Giles. Gallego. Risha. Rini read it. Foul, free kick. Rini obstructed. Clark and Gallego together. And Giles with a kick. Macqueen! And again the defence caught. Macqueen arrived late. 6'3", and he rose in the air to about 7'6". Look at him above the defence. He was so high above the rest. Cruz with the kick. Macqueen under no pressure. Costas. Meydeli almost caught. Macqueen's there and took it on quite rightly. Meydeli. Meydeli, Clark number 8. To Gray, Gray. Taking on Cruz again. And Sarduni had no choice. Gray spells trouble. Gray has twice taken the back for speed and beaten him so easy, it's ridiculous. Gray now again. To Giles. That's Frank Gray. And Barcelona were really then quivering. The defence had come out, and that included the goalkeeper too, and Frank Gray's chip was intelligent. Good ball from Giles. Now watch Gray with the defence streaming out, the goalkeeper off the line, and the shot just wide. And only found Clark, another example of really the way Barcelona are giving stuff away. But Reshak now for Barcelona. Cruyff. Neskins. And Yorat was a checking player now, Heredia. And momentarily, Leeds seemed mesmerised then. The series of situations built up. Neskins nodding to Cruyff. And just for a moment, Leeds were in trouble. Bремнер versus Costas, and he got the corner. Five minutes to half-time. Bremner's goal splits the teams. And Sarduni did not look comfortable. It was a ball he should have caught. There was no pressure. And Leeds looking for the second goal. They'd love to go in with at half-time. That's Giles' corner. Sarduni, and another corner. Leeds' fourth corner in a minute. Giles again. Sarduni, good punch. Finally a Sensi. It's Frankie Gray to Yorat. Gray, Yorat again. De la Cruz, Heredia. Frank Gray. Heredia. Difficult to move this player when he's in possession. Cruyff, dangerous. And Macquin was back to cover. But Cruyff, who hasn't really shown, when he does, he shows how dangerous he can be. You can't leave him alone, you can't take him for granted. Clark. Play waved on. Gray. And Cruyff. Giles for Leeds. Free kick. Giles, a true professional, getting on with it. Jordan almost got there, and it's there, no hands. Jordan handled that ball beyond all doubt. He knows that, and the players certainly know it. Now watch Jordan's arm. There. Ö.Grey. Loose to Jordan. The goalkeeper was good enough. He sailed through the air then when another defensive mix-up created a clear chance for Jordan. The ball spare for the Scottish international, the shot well hit and right off the goalkeeper's fingertips. And the half-time whistle goes before the corner can be taken. Billy Bремнер enjoying the applause of this crowd. Having scored for Leeds after 10 minutes, but he and the Leeds players and Leeds manager Jimmy Armfield, I think, would be a lot happier if they got another goal, because the Barcelona defence hasn't played well. They've been in constant trouble, but they've only been pierced once. The supporters all ready for the start of the second half, and it's Leeds United to kick off. The ball at the feet of Jordan, who had such a good first half in the Leeds attack. Leeds, incidentally, on the way to this semi-final, have beaten Zurich, the Swiss champions, Újpest Dózsa of Hungary, and Anderlecht, the Belgian champions. Barcelona beat the Austrian champions, then Feyenoord, the Dutch champions, their best win in the competition, and at Otvidabерg of Sweden. Getting to this stage, Barcelona scored 13 goals and conceded no goals at all. Leeds have scored 14 and conceded 4. They waved on, and that's Yörät. Mourinho to Redia. Cruyff versus Macqueen. That's dangerous, Rešek, and covering was number 2, Rini. Jordan. Meydeli. Rešek. Meydeli. The problem for Leeds is to retain patience, keep on playing, not lose their composure. They're desperately anxious to get a second goal. The crowd is anxious for them to get one. But it's significant in the programme that Johnny Giles, in a special article, has said what we need to do in this European football, and indeed what we're renowned for, is being patient and keeping on playing and waiting for something to come. Well, Gray was clearly fouled then, and De La Cruz goes down. Yörät tries to help him up, and straight away the Barcelona players go in. Yörät did no more then than to say, get up. Neeskens having words with Bремнер. Yörät and Cruyff sharing the joke. And indeed, it didn't look as if De La Cruz had any reason to go down then. He knew he'd fouled Gray. It's Giles. Clark. And the goalkeeper was right there at the heart of the problem as Bремнер came in. And that was a good save by Sardouni. Now Clark again. Corner. Bремнер asking the goalkeeper if he's all right, and that was a really courageous save by Sardouni. He went right in at the man's feet and was good enough to block. Giles with a kick. Gray to Clark. Now Cruyff for Barcelona. Wide for Rešek. Sensi taking his time with the throw. Kostas, Asensi. Kostas. Cruyff. And there were too many in the end. But again, Cruyff created the trouble. These defenders, if Cruyff gets too much of the ball, will grow ulcers. He really is so sharp. He looks so lethargic on occasions, but when he does spring into action, it's real action. Yorat to Bремнер. Rini. Маккуин. Gray. Taking the back on the outside. Again, the cross available. That's Mourinho. De La Cruz is having a nightmare match against Gray. The more pressure they put on this little back, the better. Gallego. Reshak. Well won. Neskins. Gray has the fullback beaten for speed on the outside every time. Only Jordan up front, and that's Gallego. Jordan quickly looking out Bремнер. Gray. Bремнер, and beaten there by Gallego. And that was Cruyff back sweeping up. Cruyff was behind the back four. It was worthwhile pressurising the goalkeeper. Giles to Meydeli. Clark. Ö.Grey against De La Cruz. Corner. Giles sending Ö.Grey into the danger area. Clark. Went spare, but this is Cruyff. And there's not much Leeds cover. Meydeli so quick to get back with Rini. And Rini was brilliant. And no, the referee's penalised him. Obstruction. Well, an interesting decision because the referee was miles away. But the linesman was out on the wide right. And he was the man who penalised Rini. Rini looked astonished. Referee was a long way away, caught by the quick break and booked for arguing. Clark. As any manager will tell you, that's a bad reason for getting booked. That certainly looked like a good, clean piece of ball winning by Rini, but it could be expensive now because the referee has penalised Rini and the kick is indirect. Cruyff has got Reshak with him. The referee's happy with the wall. The kick must be indirect. Asensi is there as well. Asensi! One each! The ball drilled through with alarming precision by Asensi. Right through the scattered wall. Leeds now with so little to show for a lot of good football. It's Cruyff. Bремнер, beaten by Rini. Yorat. Macqueen. Ö.Grey. Gray. Gray, clear. Important one to win, Ö.Grey. It was Meydeli who won it. Bремнер number 4. And yet another corner, and Bремнер appealing for hands, but surely accidental. Leeds must keep calm and keep playing. The lessons that Johnny Giles preached in the programme must remain with them, even though they must be so disappointed at Barcelona equalising in such circumstances. Now Yorat. 15 minutes left to sort it out against the Spanish champions. He's really got to win this one at home, and no sign yet of any substitutes. Waiting there, he's got players like Питер Лоример, Duncan McKenzie, attacking players who might put him back in the game. It's a fascinating position, and his judgment really now is right on the rack. Meydeli. To Rini. Ran for Rini. Jordan. Yorat. Developed through Paul Rini on the right. Rini's second round, the ball broke for him there. It was all a bit untidy, but Jordan got it back. Ran loose to Clark, and the easiest possible chance tucked away with devastating effect. So, with 13 minutes left, Leeds get the goal that gives them the lead again. They've really got to force it home in these closing stages. And again, Jimmy Arnfield may be tempted to think about substitutes, but no sign of anyone warming up. One wonders what a fresh attacking player might do. And it's Rini breaking again. Corner. The Leeds fans have really got the flavour. Johnny Giles with the corner. And Barcelona trying to take the heat out of the situation by putting a substitute on and stopping play at this corner. Rishak, the striker's off. Rishak, the striker. And on comes Juan Carlos, number 12, a midfield player. Actually, Smeskins has gone off, not Rishak. So Juan Carlos on, the midfield player, and Giles with the corner. And Juan Carlos straight away in possession. Heredia. Out of play. Now Yorat for Leeds. Bремнер. Jordan. Clark. Clark was quick to help the player up, but the referee spotted something else, and Mourinho is developing a black eye in the background. Leeds will want another for sure. Clark reminding the referee about the time. Jimmy Arnfield so anxious. He'd just loved the third goal that could make all the difference. F.Grey. And it's not coming. He's played just 3 minutes of injury time. And so Leeds are left on a tightrope after this first leg of the semi-final of the European Champions Cup. That's the situation. And Leeds go into the second leg with that single goal lead. And Jimmy Arnfield must be wondering whether it's enough.